Hi, it's Steve Overgard. I'm at 6108 Glenway Drive, and I'm going to check the crawl space for some structural damage and moisture. The crawl opening is about 11 inches high. Okay, I just got in the crawl space, and I'm going to work my way around. The crawl space is at the back of the house. I'm going to work my way around from the back, and I'm going to go clockwise. There are some holes in the joist indicating previous or maybe current wood destroying insects. My method is I'm going to take this screwdriver here and I'm going to poke at the joist, and if they feel soft, the screwdriver will go in. If the screwdriver doesn't go in, then I'm going to assume it's structurally sound. The joists are 2x8s and they're 16 inches on center. There is a wire hanging down here, and that should be put in a junction box with a cap. I'm at the back right corner, and so far I don't see any structural issues at all. I am now up in the front right corner, and I still have not run into anything that is structurally concerning. Here is another electrical wire that should be in a junction box and capped. I'm back at the center beam, and I'm the first pier in, and it looks a little different because first of all, they've done this notch thing here, which is really kind of nice structurally. That's a nice way to do it, and it looks like the original builder made a notch here for it to go on the pier, and they may have notched it too much because there's a piece of slate right here that the whole thing is sitting on. So you know, from afar, it looked like that was a problem. I don't know that I'm wild about that piece of slate shim. Probably want to take that out. Maybe want to take that out and put in a piece of steel, 1/4 inch steel or something like that. And here's a joist that was improperly repaired because it only comes out and then it stops, and it doesn't go in here. It doesn't go onto the center beam. So, you know, unless the only purpose for that is to hold up the subfloor, it's not doing much structurally. There are, right in that area, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 floor joists. So that may be just a shim. Looks like there was some floor repair there done. But this joist here comes out here and then stops here. Doesn't go all the way. And then this one comes here and stops here. So I'd say all the floor joists in this area are either doubled or tripled. I would feel a lot better if we did two new floor joists right there. There's all kinds of new insulation in here, but it is unfaced, so there's no moisture barrier. All right, now I'm near the front porch, and we see a lot of rot around the front porch just because water gets in, you know, where the door is and on the front porch and stuff like that. But here, and I expected that this sill plate would be really rotten. I'm poking at it with the screwdriver, and it's very solid. I'm seeing a little bit of discoloration, and they got a little bit of rot right there on those two. So I think we might want to replace 2 of these joists here, or at least scab them. Sill plate's discolored, but it's okay. And there's another wire that should be in a junction box. This is near the center of the house where the chimney is. What caught my attention over here was there's some discoloration on the center beam. It's not horrible, but it caught my eye. And then I noticed that this floor joist, you know, had kind of a beveled edge. I think that's just the way that was milled. And then I went up in here and I poked at that, and the end of that floor joist is rotten. So I'm going to have to go over on the other side of that. All right, and I'm near the front left, and this does not look like a moisture problem, but this floor joist is cracked. So I guess just from the age, not a huge thing. All right, and this floor joist, I don't know what's going on here, but it's definitely got something going on. It's just falling apart. So we'll need to do that one too. Okay, I am almost center of the house. I'm close to center of the house. There's the chimney right there, just for reference. And I'm on the back side of the center beam. And I'm noticing in this area here, there's a lot of discoloration in the joist, a lot. And the joist, this joist is just completely deteriorated to the point where the thing will stick in it. So that's another one we got to do. And we got to go from center beam probably to the foundation wall on that one. I'm noticing a lot of discoloration in the floor up in this area. Oh, looks like a long-term leak. Got some copper pipes in here. This feels wet. The subfloor here is pretty much gone, and they put new insulation over the top of it. It's really interesting. Yeah, it's wet and rotten too. So that's another one. And then yeah, water's just coming right out of there. Long-term leak. That's another one. 2 in this area. This one's a 3rd one in this area. You can see the wetness up in there. It might be leaking. Maybe some of these copper pipes, I don't know. Something in this area is leaking pretty steadily. And then I think that one was the back of the one that I had stabbed from the other side. So 1, 2, 3. 3 joists in this area and a little stubby. We got some plumbing issues leaking from up on the top. It's wet. There. It's wet up in that area. So it's coming from the top down. And area, center beam probably goes back, I don't know, 10 feet or so. There's a main stack right there. The main cast iron stack is right there. Once you get to the chimney, the repairs kind of taper off quite a bit. So the area that is of concern is right there at the chimney. It's four floor joist, and it goes back about halfway from the center beam to the rear foundation wall.